Hello everyone, this is BIBA Laptops. Hello, I'm Juan. This video is different on contents. Shanghai has recently been locked down to combat the pandemic, and our studio BIBA Laptops is based in Shanghai. Myself too, so it's not just saying that I'm the only one, not only all our staff, but all our colleagues, including the video editors, directors, also our technical personnel, the IT dept, and all those testers, all of them have to stay at home. Express delivery also comes to a halt, so actually we can't test cups or anything else alike. No tests. And why? Though I want to do that, I really can't until I could receive delivery packages. So now basically I can't do anything. Testing won't do. What can we do? The content of this video is about Q&A. I will answer questions of our BIBA Laptops fans have asked and have posted to us. Firstly, let me answer one that is of great relevance to my situation. It's about life for the present moment or supplies we have received. Let us have a look. I will show it to you, what we have at home for now. In the refrigerator, I have stored quite a lot of foods, to be honest. We can see on this side, we have some fresh milk which is from the group purchase. I think it's $5, 950 milliliters. This is also a group purchase organization in our community. Also, some vegetables bought with strangers. Some are bought in Sam's Club online purchase. They are limited. Most of the time, rely on group buying, and tomatoes, and we have some other remaining vegetable I haven't cooked. I have bought too much actually. There are also some eggs, so to speak. Vegetable and egg are definitely adequate. I also have beverages like iced tea. Let's take a look at the freezer. There are some of remaining ice creams in it, bought before the lockdown. Too precious to eat. Well, now I still got some left for the festivals then. The next is the Yangju stewed meal balls, supplied by the city of Yangju as the relief. Thank you very much. Next comes the cupboard. We can see here are the spring rolls and some other foods. Meat is enough. I have packed them after the purchase. And I've also got some shrimps. Basically, that's all. Meat, eggs, and milk are all adequate. The community I live in is efficient in managing. We were in containment before. Only one person per family could go out every day. I was outside buying some fruits, watermelons and bananas. $18 for a watermelon, $7.8 for bananas. Drinks were also bought at the day when I was out, but I cannot get out now. So cola, Mizone, and other drinks I bought before the lockdown now have all become treasure. They could definitely be the hard currency now in Shanghai. After seeing my supplies, how is your feeling? Actually, my life quality is relatively quite good. So far so good. The inconvenience is not much of a problem. As for the things like medicine and drugs, we don't have large demands for now. And then for other things like meat, eggs, milk, vegetables, plus fruits are quite adequate. Generally speaking, life is pretty good, to be honest. However, of course, improvement is needed. For instance, my grandmother. That is the mother of my father. My paternal grandmother, she is 90 years old. She is in need of a certain kind of drugs. Before the lockdown, the medicine had to be dispensed once a month. Then, at present, due to this lockdown, she was able to get no drugs. Then what to do? So I just made a phone call to her community and asked the committee there for help. There was such a question that the neighborhood committee there, said they had got it. Told us to hang Medicare card out, and someone will get it. They promised us, but when we inquired of them, no reply in the first day. Next day, no drugs. We shall wait. After waiting for 5 days, Grandma was out of medicine, and my wife got anxious, called them and blamed. If you won't send it, we will take some measures to report you. Why won't you act? If no action, I'm recording, and we'll expose this. And then, finally, we got the medicine. We've waited 6 days for it, so to speak. New communities are better in this. Old ones, like ours, with many elders living in, do have certain problems. This is truth. This is the problem met by my relatives. But for others, like my parents and sister, they are doing quite great for the time being. Okay, well, above is the basic situations. Just to let you know. No more talk about the pandemic. Let's talk about something that you all BIBA Laptops fans concerned about computers. Now, first of all, the first question the class record asks, what other functions of PC are replaceable by smartphones in 2022, except for daily work need? Now, I don't use computer in daily life. Thanks for reply. For your question, this question I've also wondered for a long time. Well, why do I say like this? Because the computer no longer serves as the access to internet. Once the computer did, the internet is accessed by PC, but it has changed. For surfing the net, most people, the majority, would consider their own mobile phones. This is indeed true. For the functions of laptops or computers, approximately 7,080% of PC's functions could be substituted with phones. When I browse Weibo, I prefer to use my mobile phone, sitting at PC, because I think the phones are more convenient. PC is not appropriate for this. And are there any functions of laptop that can't be replaced by phone? First is the deep working that you've mentioned. What is this deep working? For example, I will write a paper of 2,000 words. For my video, the mobile phones are impossible to do that. For example, if I have to create a mind map for our video shooting, or to draw a mind map for the work we are going to finish, the phones are impossible to do that. My own experience and others are met by my relative, such as my own mother. My mother, being an accountant, is in charge of accounting when she declares dutiable goods, when she goes through the accounts. For all our personnel, phones also cannot be used to achieve that. Phone can't manage deep working and some other, more professional works. For instance, CAD and some industrial design softwares, like modeling and some rendering softwares. And the mobile phone games, like the mobile phone apps and softwares in phones, are all made on computers. These deep softwares can't run on phones, for the mobile phones are inefficient. The above part is the first point. Next also matters. That is deep entertainment. I had such an experience. What is deep game exactly? And professional game. I think both computer game and console game are professional games. The pro games. So what is non-professional or entertainment-oriented game? Like games on phones, on the tablet PC, and on Android devices, they are non-professional. By the way, all these are my own statements. The professional games in my mind, or we can call it as the esports of deep gaming, or as the AAA games, have to be installed on pro devices so far. Thus, I think the nice performance of PC and the mainframe are well able to support these applications. When it comes to the phones, present could only remain. At least most of the phones could only support some of casual games. Large games can do, such as the Genshin Impact we all know. But to my knowledge, I know some deep players use computers to play Genshin Impact. Therefore, in the perspective of recreation, PC and computers are very professional for games, to be honest. For this point, phones cannot achieve this currently. And the third point, bluntly speaking, I do not have more accurate and convincing words for this point, because no matter for recreation or work, they both have occupied our, as a normal people, the common scenarios in our normal people's daily lives. At present, it is based on these two fields like two very strong fortresses that the computers could defend the industry. If one day we say like we do not need PC for the pro work or the professional recreation, then PC should either completely change its shape or to be weeded out. BIBA may also change fields. Next one is from Stalingriet, cool nickname. For laptops, high refresh rate or high resolution. From my perspective, it relies on your applications. For example, when I do my work in company, if don't play games, high resolution rate is better. Especially when I write some lines where we say that when I watch a movie for a rest, the high resolution rate could help to support more windows for more contents. Old softwares have high demands on resolution, and at this time, high resolution, I believe, will be a great help. So when you play a game, if you want the 4000 resolution, but GPU of your PC will be largely consumed. At that time, resolution is not so important. You could see that now. Most of gaming laptops, about 99%, can reach 2,500 at most. Am I right? No 3000 or 4000. Why is that? In terms of the resolution rate, it is not the smaller, the better. That high resolution rate will consume much on GPU. If you play the AAA games or the esports games, FPS will be lower, sacrificing subtlety for FPS. So, if you play games mostly, I suggest high refreshes. More important, moderate FPS is adequate. Up to 2.5 for 4000. Super flagship like 3080 Ti could be okay. Otherwise, 2,500 will do. Okay, if your laptop is used to work mostly, in fact, 4000. Optimization is not that good. Maybe 3000 or 2000 to 3000 is also enough for you. But refresh rate is not important. The refresh rate, because 120 Hz, has in fact little use for work. Even Excel can run more smoothly. Can your work experience be better? I really don't think so. So if you don't play any games, resolution is more important. Well, okay then. What is the name of the third person? I can't read the name. Will foldable PC be retailed this year? How is Asus ZenBook 17 Fold? Will it become the trend in the future? Will the foldable PC be retailed this year? I will answer this question first. I think it will not. Ha ha ha. I think it can't even happen. Then what's my opinion about ZenBook 17 Fold? Well, I have tested a foldable PC before. That's ThinkBook X1 Fold. You could go and watch it if you are interested. After that, for laptop itself, Flexible screen is not the biggest concern. Two major drawbacks. First, performance is so weak. That time, the CPU used is Lakefield installed. With 5 cores, 1 P-core, 40 cores, these are way too weak. The system has, for cores, no scheduling optimizations. Poor works, so its CPU is weak. This is the first. Secondly, it is too expensive. How much is it? It's $12,000. $3,000 actually. Its price is so outrageous. Well then, therefore, so to speak, well, retailing or not retailing, the most important factor lies in the price. But the key is the cost performance. High performance ones are retailed, not up to standards. It can't be retailed, I think. I think this Asus ZenBook 17 Fold may not be as high as ThinkPad in their prices. ThinkPad has brand impact. That does make sense. I'm already used to that high price, but Asus should be cheaper. However, how cheap will it be? ThinkPad, $12,000. $6,000 for a 50% discount. Half discount again, $3,000. $3,000 for PC? No one will pay that much. No one would do that. Therefore, it is still too early. Still early. Foldable phones isn't in vogue, not to mention PC. Nevertheless, I think the foldable laptop, from what I see, is more feasible and realistic than phones. As foldable PCs, when they are being half folded, they would just resemble a 13-inch notebook, and the keyboard can be sucked on it. The X1 Fold is good in shape, and then, when you fully spread it and stand it up, place the keyboard. It's a 17-inch laptop with a large screen. I believe this shape is more feasible than mobile phones, because for phones, when it's folded, whether it's folded or not, the weight won't change. Take it in hand, you feel it's a bit big or a bit too heavy to hold. But laptops are used on the desk for most of the time. In this situation, only when you take it, you would truly feel that. Its weight is a little heavier than Ultrabooks, or it's like double the weight, but when you put it on desk, the feeling must be very cool.